Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is your friendly neighborhood farmer Raznac. We are back on no man's land, and no, I'm not still spraying fertilizer. I'm finishing up with the herbicide we had to spray for weeds in all of our winter wheat fields as the weeds started popping up, so we're knocking those out right now. Then we have to plant corn. All of our fields have been cultivated. Actually hired a contractor to do that. One of our new players, Nuka-Cola 10, I went ahead and hired him, and he did a great job and got that all cultivated up for me. So I'm happy about that. And then I paid Jamberry to come over and spread slurry and digestate and whatever other manners of stink water that he had. I think he used all the just digestate this time. Although I have slurry. I just don't think he needed it because he buys manure from me because I have, no pun intended, a crap ton of manure, and he buys manure from me to put in his BGA, and then I get digestate credits. So really I don't ever pay for the digestate or the slurry. I just pay for the labor to spread it. So it works out pretty well. Works out well for me. So we just got this pass, maybe a couple more. Oh, hang on. Nuka's asking me a question. Get turned around here, and then I can type back to him. Alright, so that's for a different episode what we're talking about. I'll have to show you that again, but something's being built way back there in the corner, and he has to get along the southern edge of my property, because I guess this direction would be south and that direction would be north. I don't think it really matters. But yeah, got a last little bit here. So yeah, he's working on that edge of the property way up there, and I'll have to show you that in another episode because it's not ready yet. It's not ready. No peeking. Just teasing. So got this last little strip here to knock out, and we are done spraying until the corn emerges. We'll spray again for weeds when the corn emerges. Now I'm perplexed because my hay fields aren't growing again. And it's really frustrating because the whole point of having grass is to get 2 cuts a year. I mean, at least that's what I thought. I thought with grass you could get 2 cuts a year. But for some reason, if this was harvested last fall, early in the fall, it wasn't even that late, and it still hasn't grown. But the grass that I planted has grown. So I'm just kind of confused as to, am I going to have to replant every fall? I may have to. It may be something I have to do. It may be something I have to plant as soon as I'm finished with my last cut. I'll have to plant grass every year. I hate to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to feed the cows because I'm running low on hay. I mean, my annual food requirement for 108 is 1.2 million, so you can assume half of that is hay. So 600,000 liters is hay, and that's only halfway to our goal. That's not counting what the beef cattle eat. That's not counting what the calves eat. Now, I am going to take one of these wheat fields, probably that one up there. That's going to be turned into a grass field too. We're actually going to take one of our arable fields away, so that we have plenty of hay. But I may have to start replanting every year. I would hate to. That would just be absolutely horrible. I mean, it'd be such a time commitment to replant those fields every year. Just because I just don't know why the grass isn't working. It may be a seasons thing. I don't know. I'm confused. We'll see what we get off the cut this year, but I have a feeling that's going to happen. All right. Oh, I just tell you what, I need to plant corn, but I also need to check my mailbox because it's probably full. It's probably full, so let's jump in here real quick and see what's in the mailbox. Alright, looks like we have a invoice from Jamberry. I'll pull it up here on the screen. Invoice from Jamberry for his last little bit of work. I actually owe him for another invoice. I haven't paid him yet, but he's been buying manure off of me all winter. So, long story short, he actually owes me money. And once we get synced, I'll come right back. Well, I was going to keep talking about what's in the mailbox, but here comes Nuka-Cola mowing the roads. So he went ahead and has started working on mowing the roadways. Hard at it there. I love it with the little lizard. He's using, is it Oxygen David's? What is that? Yeah, the lizard reach mower. That's what he's using right now. And I also have, and I thought it looks really, really good. And it's kind of neat to see somebody taking care of the roads, almost like you would see, like in a real place. So that is so cool. Nuka just working hard there on the side of the roads. And then later on, he'll come back through and he'll clean up all these clippings. That's what he's going to do. He's going to clean up all the clippings, and then those will be going somewhere, and we'll be talking about that in the next episode. We're not going to talk about it right now. I've talked about it in another one if you watched it, but he's been working on something, and we'll show it off in the next episode. I think Bentar's still trying to sync in. Again, we're still having the sync problems. I have no idea why. I couldn't tell you. It could be a mod. I don't know. Who knows why? Other than I hate giant syncs thing. I really don't understand why it has to sync. I just wish that it could be like a world that just keeps going and people can log in and out. But anywho, back to what we were saying. So I got the invoice from Jamberry. We talked about it. He probably actually owes me money from all the manure, so we'll work that out. But I also have, hang on, I got something else in here. Another letter. Now this, I'll pull it up here. This is from Logan Hart Plow Farms. Let's see, Raznac, Blackbird Farm. Raznac, we had an unexpected influx of calves due to estate we purchased, and our milkers can't keep up. We need around 25,000 liters of milk to offset the deficit. We would happily pay market price with a 25% premium for your efforts. The need is critical, so we hope for your immediate response. Sincerely, Logan Hart. Well, Logan, I can help you out with that situation because I just so happen to have some milk, and that's what we're going to do. We'll load up that milk for you. Thank you for submitting your request. This is something that FS17 Boy, I think it was FS17 Boy, pretty sure it was, suggested to me. He suggested that, hey, why don't you have the viewers write in and request you to do a job or bring them something. And I thought that would be the best way to do it. Make it kind of fun. Every now and then maybe letters, maybe random text messages. I'll work on putting in some graphics to make it kind of pop up and seem fun and different. And you can, the link is in the description of the video. You can submit. It doesn't guarantee that someone is going to do it, but somebody will be doing it on the server. I know Gizmo's working on, I think, oats for somebody. Or soybeans, I can't remember. There's a couple jobs for crop type, and I think Gizmo's working on one of those. I thought maybe Lagweasel was too. I really can't remember. So I tell you what, we need 25,000 liters of milk. That's what we're gonna do, real quick. Nuka's over there mowing the other side of the road. Let's see here. Back up with our new fancy pants tanker. Now he only needs 25,000 for the calves, and I'm telling you what, this is fresh milking too. We just finished milking this morning, so everything will be okay. Set fill limit. I always forget how to do that, right? Alt L. Set this to 25,000. That way we don't overfill. There we go, and we're filling up the milk. And we'll head over to Mr. Hart's farm, also known as Vehicle Grains, up here at the shop. could role play it a little more, but this isn't. If you want to watch role playing, check out, you know, Hoff Bergman. You can check out Hoff Bergman. It didn't work. Oh, I didn't hit confirm. That's okay. Well, you'll get 27,024 liters, Mr. Hart. Let's head up this way to head up to the export center. You can see it looks really good when he mows. It looks kind of neat. So he must have already mowed here and picked up the clippings. It just makes the roads feel more like roads. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. You can see like all along the edges here, he's kept up with it. We also have, I'm pretty sure, the Mowing Mod put in. I thought I had it, which should get rid of these bushes and this foliage, but I guess it doesn't. I thought I activated that. I'm 99.9% sure. Maybe it only takes care of the bushes. Maybe these are like custom foliage layers by Alien Jim. It may be. Alright. Let's go up here and we'll deliver this to these guys and they'll take care of it. They'll get it out on the interstate down to Mr. Hart's farm. Go ahead and dump that. So we can figure out how much money he owes me. So how this works is I get a bonus. I get a bonus for doing this. A bonus that he said 25%. That's a pretty sweet bonus. I'll take it. The only thing I ask, that's kind of at the high end. 25% I think would be at the high end. So we delivered $17,368, and then what I'll do is the bank will send me my bonus, the amount that I get back as a bonus, which would be 25% of that. So I'll calculate that up later. And what's really nice is Nuka's on, and he is kind of in the bank, so he can send me that money. And it'll be completed. Wouldn't it be cool if the game, like, I really think Giants is missing out on the multiplayer. Could you imagine if the world was, if like accounts were connected? There might be a way to, I mean, as somebody who is really creative and good with coding, they could figure out a way, an external mod or external app that you could run in the background, which pulled your information from the game. So it pulled how much money you had, all that stuff, and you could actually send it to a player that you're not even on the server with. So like if Logan had an account, here comes Gizmonet. Everybody's joining in the server. I'll just keep talking. So if for whoever had an account, didn't matter if they were on your map or not. Maybe they didn't even play multiplayer. Maybe they just played single player, but they had a multiplayer account, and then you could send money back and forth to. Man, that would be so cool, because then Mr. Hart would send me money, and then like maybe even more than money, you could transfer goods. Like I could send him the 25,000 liters of milk from my account that's outside of the game. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it. I really think someone who is creative and smart and really good with coding and stuff like that could do that. It doesn't even have to be part of the game. It could just be a standalone almost website you can go to. I think that'd be pretty cool. Really, really do. It'd be nice if it actually ran in the background and pulled the info from your... I think like Truckbook does that for American Truck Sim, or any truck sim game. Like you can run Truckbook in the background, and what it does is it pulls the info from the game, like your miles, your money, all that stuff, and keeps it, and it's stored outside of the game. And it'd be really cool if this game actually had something like that, and then you could transfer goods and services and money and everything all over the internet to even if you don't play multiplayer with these people. I think it'd be really cool. Alright, we're gonna get synced up and I'll be right back. Alright, Gizmo is a bit logged in. I'm out here in the field, and my soil is only 10%. Anything below 12% with seasons is let me see it right here. Potential for drought damage increases when the soil water content is below 12%. And then you know, no seed. There isn't a seed that has drought resistance for corn is low. So man, I'm just like, now we have rain, a 70% chance rain on Monday, and then more rain on Thursday and Friday. So I'm not worried about rain after I plant. I'm just worried about now. But you know what? Let's go for it. We're just gonna go for it. I have to like look across the road now because there's so many people on. Right now there's 5 of us on the server right now. Gizmo's on, IA Roadkill's on, Acid Man's on, Nuka's on, and then myself. So, alright, we're all loaded up. Here we have all of our corn ready. Corn seeds. It'd be really cool if, I don't know how much moisture slurry would add or digestate, but it would be pretty cool if that actually added like a little bit of moisture to the ground. Because it doesn't. Alright, let's get our GPS set up here. Because I'm lazy. Oh. Raise that. Lower that. There you go, Raz. Now you got it, buddy. Now you got it. And we're planting. Planting corn. Corn on our 4th year. We're going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot of corn this year. A lot of corn. All this is going to be in corn. And I think, because we're going to use it, the silage is, my one bunker is empty. I have to open the middle bunker. Each one of those bunkers, I think, holds between 600,000 and 700,000 liters. So I really got to get, I need to have, this is probably the last year, depending on how well this yields, this may be the last year that I can rent one of the silage bunkers. I may have to tell Jamberry I can't rent it anymore. But, oh well, is what it is, right? Yep, we're going to be planting some corn here on the farm. But yeah, back to what I was saying, and I really wish Giants would get more on board with working on its multiplayer, because I just feel like the game could have so much more enjoyment and fun and just playability if they really focused on the multiplayer. I mean, personally, I think FS21 would be better if they would leave the game as it is and just focus on the multiplayer. It's like dump all their time and efforts and everything into making the multiplayer experience that much better. I do. I think it would make the game way more sellable and way more playable, and I think it'd create a bigger fan base. I really think larger servers. I mean, we can have tons of people on the server right now, but I only can have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. You only can have 8 farms max, which is not bad. It's not bad. But could you imagine if we had really high quality large maps, like 4x or maybe even a 16x map with, you know, 16 to 20 players on all the time? I think it'd be great. I do. I really do. I think it'd be awesome. I see somebody moving over there. Acid Man. He's over there working. I don't think he's changed anything. I think he's got Village 80 set up. He's just still using it. I don't think he's really changed much, but I don't think Village left him any debt. But I don't think he had a whole lot of money. He didn't have a whole lot of money. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, I mean, he only has like $5,000 in the bank. So until he can get that canola harvested, 'cause he's got a bunch of canola in his field. As soon as he gets that harvested, it'll be alright. Oh, there's Nuka. See, he's picking up the trash. So he's mowing, and now he's out with his trailer, just picking up the trash along the side of the roads, running over my fence. Oh man, good times, good times. Having a really good time on the map. All right. Once we get down here, I need to jump out and close my gate real quick. Jump out and close this. Yeah, man. I'm just sitting there like I'm doing this playthrough, and I'm thinking of all these mods, like a mod that, like a vehicle, and you could pave with it. Maybe even like a, put down gravel roads with it, like a dump truck, and wherever you drove, it would put down a gravel road. Take it a step further, like you could add asphalt to the game. I don't know. I'm getting way away from farming and more into like a world sim kind of thing. Still fun though. Man, I got a lot of planning to do. I know what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours. Be planting some corn. That's what's going to be going on. You can see there's a Blackbird Farm Poo Mountain right there. How much poop do I have? 135,000 liters. And I just filled up the greenhouses too, so there was more than that earlier. So I might get a manure spreader. I've been thinking about it. Especially the closer we get to 400 cows, I really think I'm going to have tons and tons of manure. So I'm thinking about getting a manure spreader. That'll just give me something different to do. Because I haven't really done that on this playthrough. And there's a lot of really good options for manure spreaders. I mean, we can go with these big dogs here because they hold the most. That's probably what we're going to go with. But I really like this one. The little side one, I think it's really cool, but we may just go with the traditional manure spreader. Or I'll look at mods to see what mods are out there. It might be a really cool mod we can use. So we drive around planting corn. Speaking of corn, man, there's a lot. The corn here is so tall. I went to my doctor a couple weeks ago, had just a checkup appointment, and right across the street from him is this giant, I mean, for this area, it's just a huge corn farm. It's all they have is corn, and they have like a big giant, multi-leg grain complex. But man, their corn is so tall. That corn is over 6 feet tall already, and that was a couple weeks ago. That was what, June. It was already over 6 feet tall. So I wonder what kind of yield they get here, because we get plenty of rain and plenty of heat. So our soil's not the best in the world. It's really clay, really heavy clay. But I'd say after many years of farming over there, because that farm's been there a long time, they've got it down, man. Bet you they grow some, and they have just stuff. They have fields everywhere of it. So for this part of the country where I live, we don't have these big giant rolling, 400-acre fields. It's just, the terrain and the towns, everything's all cut up, but they have stuff. They have corn everywhere. Yeah. There's town. Nuka's still mowing. Still picking up his grass. But yeah, everything's going great. Like I said, my only concern is hay. And I'm really going to have to start thinking about what I'm going to do for hay. I may, I'd love to buy a field. Acid Man, I wondered if he'd sell me one. Field 35 right here, that'd make a really good hay field. Yeah, I'll put it out there, see if anybody's interested in selling property. They don't have to, nobody has to, but and they can sell it for more than they bought for it. Because that's what's really fun now, is because we're out of property. There's 2 more lots over here, and the only person that can buy them are Lag Weasel. Look at Bentar, he's kind of got this little chop through here. IA Roadkill just kind of blew up. Gizmo, and then you have just 3 little lots that town owns, that the bank owns, and then my little farm down here. I'd really like to get my hand on, and 43. Oh, wrong button. I was going to say 43 is all forest, so it's really not very good farmland. 52 would be nice. 52 is really good farmland. I'll have to ask him. I'll just put it out there on the market that I'm looking to either buy or lease. I could also lease property. Maybe I just lease it for a year or two. A year or two, because we're on what, the 4th year now? Yeah, I think. Are we on the 4th year? Ah, man, I can't remember. I usually can tell because of the age of my cows. How old's my oldest cow? 4.7 years. So, no, this is our... No, we just started our 4th year. That's what it is. We just started our 4th year. Because it is the 4th spring, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but... pretty sure we're on our 4th spring. But yeah, things are going great. I think I'm going to be done talking. You guys know what I'm going to be doing for the next couple hours. I'm just going to be planting corn. May just record it. Time-lapse it later. You know, Raznac at Night episode, if you guys like to watch that kind of stuff. Some people love watching time-lapse. I like watching time-lapse stuff. Some people like watching it. I don't know. To me, it's just one task, though. It's just corn over and over and over again. It's just not too fun. It's not too fun. I like, if I do time-lapse videos, I like to have like at least 2 different jobs, kind of break up the monotony. I mean, it's just me and a tractor farming the whole time. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next episode, we'll be talking about a new build that someone built over on the bank property. We'll be showcasing that in the next one. And then I don't know what we'll do later on this week. I know corn, I think we're gonna have a harvest here very soon. I don't know if it'll be this week or not. It's probably gonna be this week. We got to get the wheat harvested and the straw picked up, and of course the corn planted. A lot of work going on here on the farm. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.